Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I'm here today with trader Darmanio. Darmanio is another paid funded trader with Apex Trader Funding, which is, of course, why we had the opportunity to chat. Darmanio, welcome. Thank you for taking some time and chatting with me today. How's it going?
I'm fine. Thank you for this opportunity. It's really nice to talk about this.
Traders love talking about trading. I think that this is sort of the natural effect. So that makes my job certainly a lot easier going through and talking to traders. But I like to kind of get the background on the traders because I think everybody's going to connect in some form or fashion. Now, sure, you're not American, right?
I'm a guy from Brazil. I started to study this in the US economic issue in 2008, and I got a lot of opportunities there. It was really hard this time.
Sure.
I didn't stop and keep studying. And in 2017, I started to study futures. Here is really new to work with these type of things.
Sure.
But this year, I discovered the Apex, and it's a really good opportunity to work in US market. So it's more stable, it's more real. I like to use this type of word because here in Brazil have a lot of situations that change the market really fast.
Well, and I think a big part of that really boils down to liquidity. So we learn certain patterns. We learn things that help us trade to recognize when we have a good entry. And when you have markets as big as the US markets, you have enough people trading enough liquidity to where they pan out more often than they don't, which is why we have, of course, successful traders. When you're talking about the smaller markets, a lot of times those are just driven by a handful of very powerful traders, and we just kind of get caught up in the mix. So is this sort of what you experienced in trading the US markets versus, what I guess, is there a Brazilian market?
Yes, Brazilian market. Yes, this is the point. Because there is bigger than here, so it's more stable than here. Here, if one political guy will speak something, the market will be crazy, and we don't have stop and off, we don't have money at all to do this type of trade. I prefer to do scalp things, and I'm trying to work this because in US market we can do longer trades.
Sure.
Here, if I be 1 hour wait something, I'm in risk to listen something outside and change everything. So I prefer scalp things here because this.
And of course, trading really boils down to what we're comfortable with, and we determine what it is that we want to see. Like some people want to be in and out of that trade in seconds. Some people want to take the bigger moves and get 3, 4, 5 RR. And there's possibilities and opportunities in every fashion. So we just have to learn what works best for us. Now, as a Brazilian national and having the opportunity to trade in dollars using the Apex accounts, would you have ever really been able to effectively trade the US markets if you had to trade your own funds? Is that a reasonable expectation?
Yes, but to put my money there, it's hard because here my currency is cheaper.
Sure.
Than yours. It was a good opportunity.
Sure. And when you think about, trading in dollars versus, and profits in dollars, especially if you take advantage of the multiplication factor with multiple accounts, what would seem slow to an American living in, call it California or New York, where the expenses are super, super high, $50 per account per day is probably pretty exciting if you do that across multiple accounts, right? So are you trading more than one account with Apex, or do you just have the one?
As I said, I started really recently. So I started with one account first. I lost this account trying to do something, and I discovered the coupon that gave me one discount, and this is my account now. I use it just two. The second one, I got this first payment. I received it yesterday. I started in the Apex because we have the opportunity to get 20 accounts at the same time. So I will try to use the 20 accounts in 20 different stocks with 20 different strategies to be better, to understand and get money. So I want to grow there. I want to be a partner.
That's the next phase, right? Is there anything that you'd like to say in your mother tongue of Portuguese to any Brazilian nationals that might be listening to this that might be curious about the opportunity?
Yes, I'll speak in English first, in Portuguese later. Guys, it's real. It's a great opportunity. You have to work hard, study hard, spend time. The money will be back. So
Yeah.
you can earn money, work together, and we grow together. Now in
Perfect.
português. Pessoal, isso é real. Funciona muito. Certo? A Apex é uma empresa excelente, tudo que foi combinado foi feito. É uma excelente oportunidade para um brasileiro crescer, trabalhar. O trabalho é difícil, longo, mas vale muito a pena. Vamos crescer juntos. Let's grow together.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love the sound of it. I have no clue what's actually being said, but that's
It's the same in Portuguese and English.
I'm with you. Dude, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate you taking some time and hanging out with us today and sharing part of your story. I'd love to catch up a few months down the line and get an update, see how everything's coming along, if that sounds good to you.
Okay, see you next month.
Perfect. Darmanio, I appreciate your time, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.